What's up, guys, and welcome to this season of Yeet Missile TV. We're finally here for deer season, and we're all pumped up to get into the woods. But before that, we got a lot that we actually have to do. So before season, last year I knew that I had to do a lot to the farm. I wanted to go in and put some food plots in and drastically change the way that I hunted the farm, but actually change the layout of the spots that I had on the farm. And that all came in with food plots, getting in with a skid steer, getting everything mowed down, sprayed down, going in, digging a pond, taking a bunch of trees out for new food plot additions, and then getting the tractor, disking up the field, going in and planting seed, getting with John with Grandpa Ray Outdoors. We really come through and come together and figured out a seed. And bedding, mainly I needed bedding to hold deer on the farm, to get deer to stay in a core area that I was hunting. And once the picture started rolling in, it spoke for itself.
It's opening day, and it is freaking hot. It's hot outside. It don't even feel like deer season, and the years have been flying by so fast that season's now on us, and to say I'm excited is an understatement. It was a hassle getting into this stand. I didn't have anything already pre-set up, so I got everything set up and adjusted up here, kind of on the fly. So the wind is pretty good. The wind's blowing at us decent, so they're not blowing down there in the bed where these deer are. But hopefully, one will come out this evening and we can whack it.
So going through onto the first day, there was some turkeys that come in, there were some raccoons that come in. Later on in the day, the wind was still good. The deer started filtering out, some does, fawns, some smaller bucks. And I knew this one particular buck that we have been chasing and that I was really wanting and I was really after. He was following a 4-pointer. And it's getting on towards the end of the day, and I'm looking at my phone thinking, this is the time that he's supposed to come out. This is what the camera said. This is what his pattern's been so far, and he's not showing up. So I started getting a little bit worried until I looked up and I seen that 4-pointer, and I got everything rolling because I knew that buck was not far behind him. Yeah, that was a hard pill to swallow. That was the biggest whitetail that I've ever seen in person, let alone while I was hunting. And to have him at 50 yards, and I was at my own demise on this. I was my own worst enemy because I left that branch there. So when he come out, I could draw on him and give myself cover, and then when he passed by the branch, I could pop him on the other side. I didn't know that the deer sat there right in the middle of the branch feeding the whole time that he was on trail camera pictures. And that's what he done. He stayed there. When he walked off, I just had to watch him walk away. And that was the hardest pill I ever had to swallow. And if you hear me in the camera, you can hear me say, God, no, please, God, no. And that's just all I could do is just sit there and accept what just happened to me. All right. So, cut that branch off yesterday, got in there, and the supposed to be southwest wind, completely off. It's blowing in from the east. Should have got out of the stand, but I thought, while I'm here, sit there, hunted, has bumped a fawn when I got in there, and had that 4-pointer that come in. I knew Splits was off to the edge of the woods. I knew he was. He always comes in there with that 4-pointer. The 4-pointer knew something was up. Looked at the freaking branch I cut. I knew it. Shouldn't have went in there. Felt the wind tickle the back of my neck. He knew something wasn't right. He went back into the woods. I got out of the stand early at about 7:50. Left 8:30. Splits was out there feeding with, guess who? The freaking 4-pointer. I knew it. Made a bad decision. Should have just called it and left and got out of there and didn't bump him. Hopefully didn't mess him up too much even today. We've been through plan A, we've been through plan B. Now we're at plan C. I moved the stand to the original tree that I wanted, got 30 feet up, went everywhere, TSC, Ace Hardware, everywhere to try to find climbing sticks. Got some river edge sticks over at a local gun shop. Thank God they had sticks. Got in there, got 30 feet up, rehung my Bigfoot stand, and got everything set up. I really like it. Probably if I'd have had this set up opening day, I'd have killed him at 38 yards. So, put more feed out, got everything kind of set up and in his favor. Hopefully this works. I'm gonna wait a little bit, wait until the daylights, go after him, give him some time. It's extremely hot. The moon was very bright last night too. So hopefully everything works. If it don't, we'll go down the rest of the alphabet until we kill him.
Stand interviews. We keep getting a little bit closer every day. Every day is something a little bit different. He's either not here or he's here and he shows up when we leave. And it's a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. Looks like there's a storm trying to push through, so as long as it doesn't rain, I'm hoping that it gets him on his feet, gets him to where he wants to come in here and feed. Then we can poke him. Been through every playbook that I know how to, but we're winging it. Usually when I wing it, good things happen.
Yep, any day now. Any day now. And yeah, we couldn't do it. So trying to shoot that deer, I had some conflicting interest. One of them was I wanted to wait for splits, and I knew that splits was I don't want to sound like that guy, but he's a bigger deer, yes, but he was also a mature deer. The deer that I was drawn back on was a very good sized deer. He was a 120-inch 8-pointer. He was about 18 inches wide, and he was in full velvet, and I hadn't killed a velvet buck at this point. And I was going through the motions pretty hard on that hinge release, but there was just some other force that would not let it rotate. I drew on this deer, done it 5 other times. And for the love of God, I could not do anything to get that bow to go off. I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. And then he ends up busting me out of the stand. And then after this deer busts me out of the stand, a doe blows 150 yards off to my left. And I just remember sitting there thinking, I can't catch a break. Start going through trail camera photos. Splishes showed up, if he showed up at all. He showed up at morning times. And then the day before, he didn't show up at all. He's sporadic. And I'm trying to find a way to go through all these pictures and pattern this deer and come up with a game plan after going through every other plan that I know in the book. And all of a sudden, I just remember something, just this feeling that told me it wasn't meant to be on that deer, and that just be patient. And when that feeling, it just had a feeling come over me, and I look up, and I absolutely can't believe what steps out in front of me. I just shot the biggest deer in my life. Oh my God, what just happened? What the frick just happened? I can't believe I just shot splits. I was fixing to shoot that freaking 3-year-old, and I was like, couldn't get a shot on him. I was like, man, for what reason is this gonna happen? And I drew, splits come in. Did not even think he would ever come in. He come in, I drew back, I got to my click, and I was like, just rotate, boom. And it just, smacked it, freaking hammered him. It looked like a little bit high. Looked a little bit high. That's the biggest deer I've ever shot in my life. So I'm gonna back out. I'm gonna give him some time. And I am freaking pumped. It looked like it buried all the way to the fletchings on him. I gotta make some calls. Oh, after I shoot this deer, you can tell I'm pretty pumped up. So much to the point that I had my brother drop me off in the side-by-side because I knew that that deer was watching me come in and out. And I just realized that my phone died on me. And then I don't have any way to get back. And I'm 1.5 miles away from anywhere near cellular reception, a charger, anything. And I have to run all the way back to the house to even charge my phone to call anybody back and let them know, hey, this deer's on the ground. And don't let this streamlined figure and biceps fool you. I'm not David Goggins. I'm a pansy. These legs are not made for walking, and that is not what they will do. We knew the shot was higher. The deer, it doesn't look like it on camera, but when we slowed it down frame by frame, the deer jerked once when the bow went off, but he come back up, and then the arrow made it to him, and he dropped 6 inches, and I hit him, even though I was 30 feet up, and I was shooting at a steep angle. The deer still dropped that much, and I hit him 3 to 4 inches below the spine. Buried all the way to the fletchings. I knew that I had an entrance and an exit hole. I heard him crash, heard all the ruckus, and it went dead silent. So I was pretty confident, waiting on the guys reviewing the footage, that we were going to find this deer. Everybody got in, and we were able to finally, after 2 hours, go out there and try to find him.
Right there. Yeah, right there. Right there. There's blood. Right there. There's blood right here. Right here. Right there. Blood right there. Yeah. That's on the tree. Yeah, I see it. I don't know where it is now. There he is. Give me a high five. Give me 5, boys. Give me 5, boys. Oh my God.
Now, can I say something?
Yeah.
I've been standing there looking at him, waiting for you to see him.
Oh my, you can't do that to me. Boys,
Oh my.
whenever y'all get old, I want y'all to remember one thing. Never tell your kids there ain't monsters in the dark, because that's a freaking giant. Oh my God.
Half velvet, half moth.
Oh my God.
I'm sitting there looking at him, waiting for Brett to see him.
He crashed where I heard him crash. That's where I heard him go down. It did get lungs.
Sure did.
Oh my God, what a freaking toad. I can't, thank y'all for coming out here and helping me. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Trent. I love you, even though you irritate me sometimes, but I love you. I can't believe, golly. You know how much work went into this deer?
When we got right there to the edge
Yeah.
and I stopped, I shined a light, I seen the white belly, and I sat there and I waited. And I
Well, my
waited.
light's not that bright. It was like glaring off of your shoulder.
Is he gonna see it?
It was glaring off of your shoulder, and then I looked and I was like, oh my God, there he is. Oh my God.
I
don't even want to start counting.
That's the biggest deer. And you know what was crazy is I passed this deer last year. I passed him up and I almost shot him. I said, no, I'm not gonna do it. Wouldn't have went 125 inches last year, and he had that one split that just come off of this beam here. And then this year when I got him on camera, he had double splits and that drop tine. And look, he even tried to start another drop tine down there. That is just freaking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh my God.
The deer's gonna coast into the 60s.
That is the biggest whitetail I've ever shot in my life with anything. Oh my God. From first day of season, when he come out and I couldn't even shoot him. At first day of season, I could not shoot him, tried everything, switched up. He went dark. I didn't have any photos of this deer at any point in time. And then he just decided to show up today.
So far this season.
This is the second time I've seen him. This is the second time I seen him.